Hey guys, Coach Trent here. How you doing? Hope you're staying well. You staying well? Listen, let me talk to you about staying well for a minute. You know what? We're supposed to be quarantined, so to speak, but listen, to stay well, you've got to get outside some. Okay, God gave us some fresh air out there and get some sun rays. All right? You need the sun rays on you. You need some sunlight because that gives you your vitamin D to your body. That helps you overcome sickness and diseases. And so we've got to have that vitamin D in our body, and some of it only comes from God's sunshine. So we need sunshine and we need some of that fresh air. So don't stay inside all the time. Make yourself get out some. Some of you don't have that problem. Some of you spend a lot of time outside. But some of you need to make yourself get outside. It's very important that we get some fresh air. So, man, you know, if you have trouble getting outside, or just come on over to my house and I'll let you mow my yard. That'll get you outside, right? I just did that yesterday, so wait a few days for that. But we need sunshine and we need fresh air. So now, having said that, I'm going to talk to you about your favorite subject, Algebra 1. We're in your second week of doing lessons. And even though I gave you one lesson last week, I'm going to end up, I've given you 2 lessons this week. And I know, but just, doing what we need to do, right? They're not going to take you long. We're doing a lot of review right now. So this is stuff that we've already done. But we're just going to do a review for a while to make sure that we're kind of getting this under our belt and on the technology and on my end too. So having said that, we're going to go back and we're looking at, I'm going to send you 2 lessons. The first lesson is Unit 1, Homework 5 that you'll see. So when you pull that up on Google Classroom, make sure that you're looking at Homework 5 right now and looking at the notes. So make sure you're looking at the notes. And yes, the notes are already filled out. And I know they're filled out for you, and you can probably see it if you'll study it real hard. But I want to do a couple of problems for you just to see if that might help you out a little bit. So we're going to do this real quickly. And then if you have any questions, email me or give me ask me on Google Classroom, and we can talk to each other. So here we go. Now make sure you're looking at your notes. There's 2 pages of notes. So we're going to look at the first, number 4 is on your first page and number 10 is on your second page. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. We're going to be talking about evaluating. Okay, when you evaluate, you are substituting numbers for variables. So they're going to give us a problem that has nothing but variables in it, but then they're going to tell you what those variables are worth, what the variables equal. And so like for number 4 on your notes, make sure you're looking at Homework 5 notes. On number 4, they give us a squared b minus b squared. But then they tell us if a is equal to 4 and b is equal to -7. So we're going to work that out by doing what information they give us. And we're going to come up with a number for an answer. So now, it's very important when you're evaluating and you're substituting, use parentheses. Make sure you're using parentheses all the time. So right now I'm going to set this up using parentheses. I'm going to use parentheses for every time I see a letter. And so I use parentheses for A, parentheses for B, parentheses for B. And then you have your second powers, all right? So I did the A and B in colors so that maybe it'll help you see it a little bit better. Make sure you're using parentheses. Even if you're using a calculator, put those parentheses in, because the parentheses will sometimes not tell you the truth, but it'll always tell you the truth if you're always using parentheses. So use parentheses. Okay, now A, they tell us equals 4. So when we substitute, we're going to put 4 in place of A. So 4 will go there instead of A. So instead of A squared, it's 4 squared. And And in place of b, they tell us b equals -7. So I'm going to put, instead of b, I'm going to put -7 there. And instead of b squared, I'm going to put -7 squared. Again, you see every time there's parentheses. So make sure you're using those. Now we're going to do our math. If you have a calculator, yes, you can put that into your calculator just like that. And you're going to get the answer. Just make sure you're putting everything in correctly and you're using parentheses. All right? So 4 squared is, I can hear you saying it already, 16. And we're still multiplying it times -7. And over here you have minus, and then -7 to the second power is a +49. -7 times -7 equals a +49. But we're going to bring down the minus sign, so actually it's going to end up being -49. Did you get that? Okay. Don't get confused there. Just watch your negatives. That's why you need parentheses. All right. 16 times -7. We're going to end up with a -112. I hope. If you got your calculator, keep me straight. Minus 49. So 112 minus 49. 2 plus 9. It's going to be 11. Carry the 1. 4 plus 1 plus 1 is 6. So 161. A -161. All right, so I should have probably, well, it doesn't matter which color I use, but I want to emphasize your answer should be a -161. All right? Any questions? Make sure if you have any, email me, Google Classroom, and I'll get back in touch with you as soon as I see them. All right, let's do number 10 real quick. Let's move on so that you'll have time to do your work. All right, so for x squared, every time we're going to do parentheses. So let's set it up. Always do your parentheses first. So parentheses squared minus 2. Now, I've got parentheses, but also I've got another parentheses for x minus another parentheses for y, and then that parentheses outside. Minus parentheses for z to the third power. So now we got 3 variables, x, y, and z. But we also have them valued. They give us a value for x for each variable. So x is -3. So for for x, we're going to put in -3. And there's another x right here after the 2. So -3 also goes in there for x. Every time you see x, it's -3. Y is 4. So it's a +4, so here's your y right here. So 4 goes in place of the y. And then the z equals -1. Now I know it's probably hard for you to see. I was trying to use 3 different colors. I have a yellow here. I'm hoping you can see that a little bit there. So -1 goes in place of z. Now we need to do our math. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So parentheses, look inside the parentheses, and here we go. So we got -3 minus 4. So that should give us a -7. And of course, we still got -2 out here. And now let's go ahead and take care of the powers too. -3, the second power is going to be 9. +9. +9. And then -3 minus 4 is a -7. We haven't taken care of the distributive property yet. And then -1 to the third power. Negative 1 times negative 1 is a positive 1, but times negative 1 again is a negative 1. So that's minus a negative 1. I'm going to just put it in parentheses for right now. All right. So keeping everything straight. Now we got to take care of the multiplication. So negative 2 times negative 7 is what? Negative 2 times negative 7, 14. Positive, right? Negative times negative 9 in front. Negative times a negative over here makes that a positive 2 plus 2. Then we're going to combine all of our numbers because they're all positive. So 9 plus 2 plus 14. And I know somewhere along the line I have probably messed up. Help me out here. This is a good time for us to work together. I know I have messed up here, right? So we put negative 3. So that is negative 3 minus 4 is negative 7 times negative 2 plus 14, 9. Look here. That's plus 1 in it. My bad. I hadn't had any coffee yet, so excuse me on that one. So plus 1. So we have 14 plus 1 is 15, and 9 plus 15, that's going to equal 24. Okay? So watch your negatives, and I don't know how I ended up with the 2 there, but I did. So I better make sure before I do my next video that I will drink my coffee first. All right. Hope that helps. I will be doing another quick video for the second lesson, which I believe is going to be Unit 1 homework number 7. Okay? Good luck. Do the best you can. And we'll work this thing out together.